And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan, here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center position. With teams fine-tuning rotations in these early stages of the season, Richard, some players can be, I think, unsure about their role.
Hey, but that's part of the job. You just have to stay ready. Whenever your team calls your number, you have to go in and do the job that they ask.
And it's Towns missing on the wing. Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Brown against Anunoby. And it's Brown missing. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back over to you, Kevin.
Allie, thank you so much.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Bridges outside. Anunoby passes to Bridges. To the wing on the left. From 18 feet away. He's off on that one. The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Boucher finds Hauser. Brown inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. He can't get that one. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
And it's White missing. For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. 4-point game. Bridges shot. Good.
Knifing his way towards the rim. I love when Mikal gets aggressive.
4. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pritchard passes the ball. It's good from long range.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Brunson kicks to Towns. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Wow. Towns saying, hey, I can go there too.
Boston's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pritchard passes to Bryant. Over in the corner, White. Low block shot on the way. That misses off the backboard.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Bridges. Launches it. Boucher with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Brown the pass to Hauser. Bridges against Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Boston needs to get off a shot. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Now here's Brunson. Scoreless thus far. Towns down low. Hauser defending. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. So it's Boston now, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
12-9. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Hauser. In the corner, it's Boucher. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. The Knicks pull it in. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
Now, here's Brown. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Anunoby outside. To Brunson. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. For New York, Abusele comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Bridges. Celtics trail by 5. To the wing right side. Back to Pritchard. Tillman passes to Simons. Pritchard way outside. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
The Celtics shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. A nice shot by Simons.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. Clarkson outside. Hart gets to Yabusele. Five on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key. And Boston with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Tillman. Pritchard from outside. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Here's Clarkson. No scoring in this one. And here's Brunson. Over to the wing. Towns, the pass to Hart. Here's Yabusele. And here's Brunson outside. Oh, that's offensive interference. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Towns. Bridges comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Boston's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Simons, the pass to Tillman. Now Simons. Out to the right wing. Pass to Pritchard. Fires for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Clarkson up top. Shoots over Simons. A shot by Clarkson, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics finishing the quarter on a tremendous 8-0 run. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
On the court for the Celtics, we've got White. Also, Anthony Simons out there. And it's Queta in at the 5, down low. Yabusele finds Bridges. Here's the 3. Tillman grabs the miss. Celtics leading by 3 to the inside. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his second basket of the game.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Knicks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
White drills the three-pointer. And now an 8-point Boston lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now, here's Bridges. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. And stolen by Simon. White, good. White's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Back to McBride. New York moving it around. They can't stop the run with that one. Celtics leading by 10. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship, with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. A different look for New York. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Anunoby subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And a change for the Celtics. Brown's checked in. Here's McBride. He had 15 points last out. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
So it's the Celtics now. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you.
Playing physical for sure. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Fires from 14. Knicks with a new 14. And Yabusele wide open, and he shoots. And it's off from three-point range. Outside, Simons. Outside, Brown. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Bridges for three. Rebound by the Celtics. Kata's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Yabusele. Hits the three-point bomb. Yabusele's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 13-5 run here.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Knicks trail by 13. Pass to Yabusele. Outside, Towns. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Brown the pass to Kata. The kick out to Brown. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got 12 in the game. Well, Richard, it's definitely become a shooter's league. The ability to knock down threes now becoming pivotal.
Oh, I think it's fascinating to see the skills evolve and the game change. Even if, as someone who was a shooter later in his career, I feel a little bit left out.
For New York, Robinson's checked in for Yabusele. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Sam Hauser's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Anthony Simons. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 16. Over Pritchard. Towns wide open. New York, no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
38-22.
White with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Philadelphia. Rebound collected by Clarkson. New York shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Brunson outside. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. It's tipped. Brown with it. Now guarded by Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Brown jams it in.
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Here's Brunson. 23 points for him the last game against Cleveland.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
Now, here's Anunoby. Robinson kicks to Brunson. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for White. .127 left to play in the first half. Pass to Simons. And here's Brown outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
1:10 left here in the second. Now Towns. Over Boucher. And it's Towns missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Brown outside. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Brunson. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice, but he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Simons kicks to Brown. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Bridges finds Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Down low. Back to Pritchard. 3-pointer. That one's not going to go. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Boston on top, up by 16. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
our whole defensive system right now because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's just the players. They're letting them get too much, fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Boston Celtics. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Knicks.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Knicks trail by 16, and defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Here's White. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Here's Hauser. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Anunoby outside. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game. Celtics leading by 11.
Celtics leading 44-33.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's the screen. No good that time. Some solid defense from Hart. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Hart. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
When it took them a little while to get there, just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Josh Hart at the line. 1 shot.
Boston leading by 7. Pass to Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Anunoby against Brown. Anunoby, good. Ananobi's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
Let's see the next move. Sit down.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Celtics second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Bridges against White to the paint. Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got his first basket of the night.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Bridges outside. Pass to Hart. Shoots over Hauser. Hart, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Brown. Plays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 9-point Celtic lead.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Towns, a screen on Pritchard. Brunson kicks to Towns. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession.
A chance to check out stats for Jaylen Brown. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, how about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Celtics leading by 9. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. The train. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 14.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Back to Brunson to stop the run. There's Brunson from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Pritchard passes to White. Back to Pritchard. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. 17 points in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And it's Towns missing. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Brown, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 14 points for the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Here's Yabusele. Sinks the three-pointer. Hart's got 6 points in the quarter.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Brown against Hart. Here's Hauser. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knicks trail by 9. It's Hart on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Towns kicks to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Towns a screen on Brown. And that one drops for him. Hart's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So for the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Towns. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Josh Hart. We've got 1:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. The shot's good from Simon. 6 points for him.
Yeah, and while he's not the biggest guy in the world, Simons will battle and make some tough shots like that one.
Knicks trail by 9. Brunson the pass to Robinson. To the middle. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
They get it back. Simons, and he lays it straight in. Simons has got 8 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here is Robinson. Nothing on the board. Pass to Clarkson. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And sometimes we forget about Clarkson's vertical. He's more than happy to remind us on those throwdowns.
Here's Simon. And the layup's good off the glass. Simons has got 6 points in the quarter.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Brunson against Simon. Brunson, no good. Celtics leading by 9. Now, here's Simon. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
So for the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Clarkson, and Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Court, Simons is like a lightning bolt of energy. He hustles hard and just puts in the sweat to outwork the other team.
Here's McBride. Still scoreless. Basket good.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Here's Simons. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball. Shireman's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics leading by 11. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Anthony Simon. Also Derek White is out there. And it's Tillman in at the 4 slot. Pass to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
And the Celtics with possession here. They led the game at 1 point by 20. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Outside, Simon. No good on the shot. Knicks trail by 9. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Robinson dishes to Clarkson. And that one is hammered home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And it's Simon's missing. And stolen by Simon. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Sinks the triple. Simons has got 12 points here in the second half. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And so here is New York following the three-pointer by Boston. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 8 and the basket from Robinson.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, Simon launches a 3. No good, and he's missed half of his 14 field goal attempts. For New York, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Simons surveying the D. It's White on the wing. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Brown is checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Anthony Simon. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And Robinson throws it down.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the score by New York.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Anunoby outside. There's the pick. A kick out to Town. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. That gives him the double-double. 12 points and 13 rebounds. And Boston has possession. Now Brown over Hart. And it's Brown missing. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Hart, that's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Pritchard. Brown feeling it out a bit. Back to Pritchard. Fires the three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Anunoby kicks to Robinson. Here's Kolek. He's covered by Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Robinson sets a screen for Hart. Tries again. Towns for 3. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Brown. Will not go. This is off the front eye. Hart outside. Pass to Towns. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Brown on the move. And Brown throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Knicks trail by 8. Robinson up top. New York moving it around. Here's Towns. Here's Kolek. 14 feet away, and it misses. Boston leading by 8. Here's Minot. Jaylen Brown. Cash money. Brown with the train.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Knicks trail by 11. And here's Brunson. Here's Bridges. The long shot, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Connects on the kick.
Man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingertips all over this one.
And that one falls.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Richard with the ball. Brunson covering. The basket is good.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson fires. Knocks down the three.
How fast Brunson plays. This pull-up is really unguarded.
Celtics leading by 8. Right outside. Brown. What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Celtics shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Now Pritchard. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Anunoby. New York's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. It misses.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Celtics.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jaylen Brown.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says, you can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here we've got Brunson. Oh, and wide open, nails the jam.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
Brown, and he cams it in. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen, congratulations. You had a monster game. What was your mindset coming in?
Just be aggressive, keep playing my game. No doubt, just keep executing the game plan and everything will fall in place.
This team needs you to be aggressive. Congrats on the win.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.